Glad to be here. I can't wait to get there. I'd drive there right now if I had to. That's exactly what I said when I answered the phone. I was like, what took him so long? Obviously, it's a blessing. Um, I'm excited to get there. Immediately thought of my boy Bucky as soon as I got the call. And literally, nah, 31 teams, we finna be that kryptonite the whole time. So it's gonna be crazy experience. I can't wait to get there. I'm excited. Um, got a few of my buddies down there with Jay McMillan. So we got some really good weapons to use for Baker Mayfield for sure. I'm gonna be so honest with you right now. I watch Bucky highlights before every game. It's crazy. Awesome. I used to watch the Anthony Thomas, but if you watch Bucky Oregon highlights when we first got to Oregon, nobody could touch him. It's like one of those things. Like I try to tie into my game, and don't get me wrong, I was always good at breaking tackles and things like that. I definitely wanted to be able to make three guys miss, make four guys miss. Like that's the excitement of the game. And when you watching me play, you're gonna be like, "Oh, this guy electrifying. You can't get him down. And if he want to go down, he go down on his own." So I'm like a squirrel, man. Like you don't really don't really trust those guys. They can get away whenever they want to. So, yeah.
Tez Johnson.
Tez Johnson, the wide receiver from Oregon. The Bucs go 2 wide receivers in the 2025 draft, and they bookend it, going with their first-round pick and their seventh-round pick. Now, we got a good look of Tez Johnson at the Senior Bowl, who was one of the best wide receivers there, maybe even arguably the best wide receiver. A bit of a smoothness to his game. Loved how he's able to get open in some of these matchups at the Senior Bowl. Once again, Bucs going with an offensive player from Oregon who worked with Bucky Irving last year. Why not try it again, this time at wide receiver with Tez Johnson?
It really was the slow foot speed that was problematic for Tez Johnson. Small size, and but he's a bit of a dog. I mean, he's not a dog like Bucky Irving who will break tackles, but there's a smoothness to his game. He knows how to get open. You know what? Why not add another wide receiver to the mix? I'm not enamored with Ryan Miller or Raheem Jarrett or Sterling Shepard or anybody after Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Jalen McMillan, and now
Emeka
Egbuka, right? So yeah, I fine with me.
He was graded as a 4th-round pick by Dane Brugler, so thought of very highly, but dropped all the way to the 7th round. As far as 7th-round picks go, I mean,
this is a crapshoot. So you
exactly.
Take a flyer on him, and if he's slippery enough and can get open and he plays faster than he times, then sure, that's fine.
So he has an explosive burst, and again, smooth operator, but some in-game quickness. I know his 4.5 40-yard dash at the combine wasn't totally ideal, but I think he's a little bit quicker playing the game than he is necessarily running the combine.
Right.
So good burst there. Back-to-back seasons of 10 touchdowns. So he's had 20 touchdowns in the last 2 seasons. His 2023 year was probably his best. He got over 1,000 yards, 1,182 to go with 10 touchdowns. 7 drops, though. 2024, not too bad of a season, 898 receiving yards with 10 touchdowns and only 3 drops. So he really cut down on the drops, which is very, very important. Comfortably frames the football with control to finish full extension grabs. Has springs and calves for quick stop and hop moves, easily regaining his top end juice, and averaged 8.9 yards per punt return in college with an 85-yard touchdown. Had 58 attempts for 519 yards and a touchdown. So certainly could be in the mix to be a punt returner for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We know they want to improve in that area. So not the biggest of guys. That's probably why he had to drop, but is smooth enough to win some route running moves and beat the opponent that is guarding him and trying to cover him on a certain play. We really saw that on display over in the Senior Bowl. And again, he's working with different quarterbacks and stuff over at that event. So for a 7th-round pick, if he can be a punt returner on this team, a kick returner, provide a little something in the passing game, there's no issue. I mean, we were kind of saying the same thing about Trey Palmer a couple of years ago, and that didn't work out. But maybe it'll work out with Tez Johnson, gets to work with wide receivers coach Brian McClendon, team up with Bucky Irving once again. And, we shall see. Spent the last 2 years at Oregon. Originally was at Troy, but a lot to like, and we'll see that quick burst over in Tampa.
Yeah, really showed up at the Senior Bowl big time and was incredibly hard to defend and guard. Biggest thing is just the size. If you're not big, you need to be fast, and he really wasn't big or fast, which is why he falls down to the 7th round. But he has a knack for getting open. He has a good feel for being elusive. And as you mentioned, Matt, I mean, in terms of what the value is, he was graded as a 4th round value, 7th round. So the 4, and here's the thing, the 4.51, this is not like 4.61, right?
Yeah. It's
not like he's slow, but for his size, 154 pounds, this is an extreme outlier. For example, Cam Johnson for the Buccaneers is like 5'10", 191 pounds. So we're talking about 35 more pounds for a player like Tez Johnson. I'm sorry, for a player like Cam Johnson, as opposed to Tez Johnson. So this is it's an easy chance to take in the 7th round. Because if he doesn't hit, it's not the end of the world.
Exactly.
But at 154 pounds, and he was 156 at his pro day, that's an outlier. The chances of him making this team are not going to be great, but we'll see. He had 37-inch vertical, 5'9" and some change, round up, 10 foot, 11-inch broad jump. Didn't bench. Be curious to see how
he's not going to be a blocking physical receiver the way that Ibuka can be.
Yeah, exactly.
You have the ability to play a factor as a returner. Can you talk about your experience at Oregon returning, and you're looking forward to that in Tampa, I'm sure, as well?
Oh yeah, I can't wait to get there for Tampa. And I can tell you right now, any team I was going to get drafted to, that punt return is mine. It's something I take pride in. I would not want to be the receiver that just play receiver. I want to play both, receiver and punt returner. That's my goal in the league. Be a dynamic punt returner, and then add some pieces to the offense and be able to work as a receiver too, like being a Swiss Army knife. So I can't wait to get there and be able to help the team for sure.
What do you have to say to the folks that have questions about your size?
Come tackle me and watch what I do.
Ooh.